What's going on, guys? Happy Memorial Day weekend. It's Sunday. Wanted to post a video and doing this every week. My goal is to post a video every single Sunday when the programming goes live. That way, the following day, when you guys go to the gym, you've listened to this video for 5 to 10 minutes. You know exactly what the week is supposed to be set up for. You know what the progression looks like. You know if there's anything like that I tweak in there, I can explain it right off the bat. I'm sure I'll still miss a few things, but I've got the program lined up in front of me. I'm going to put this on YouTube, so you guys should have a YouTube link for this, so you can put it on your laptop and then scroll through on your phone. If you want to look at the programming day by day with me, that would be ideal. That way I have the program, you have the program. It's like you're my client, even though this is like a group format, but you're my client. I'm talking right to you. I want you to understand everything that goes on in these workouts, and just that way I can help educate you guys a little bit of why I put the things in that I do. I do put a lot of time and thought into these workouts and the progression of everything. So I feel like I don't want you guys getting the impression that I just like throw a bunch of random exercises in there and then just like, oh yeah, I don't know, I just felt like we should do lunges. So anyways, there's a rhyme and a reason for everything that we do. So I wanted to just talk to you guys more on a group basis of this stuff. So again, enough of the rambling. We're a minute and a half in. I want to try to keep these videos short. So let's get to it. Day one, let's take a look at it. We've got back squats with the same rep scheme, 7, 5, and 3. These are ladder sets. So you're going to do 2 at 7, 2 at 5, 2 at 3. Again, we're going to do 2 weeks of each of these ladder sets. So the rep scheme will stay the same all throughout the week with these movements before we start to change them week 3 and 4, and then again 5 and 6. But this time, that 7th set, that little extra little icing on the cake, is going to be box squats with your 5s weight. So whatever weight you used for your set of 5, you're going to take that same weight. Then you're going to box squat, so a a smaller range of motion for as many reps as you can. Just to, again, add some extra volume, take you guys to failure. After that, we got hip thrusts, same rep scheme as before. So the rest pause set. When you guys see 8-6-4 with the slashes and then a rest pause next to it, that means you're going to pick a weight that's challenging. The total reps is 18, okay? So I'm gonna start with 8. I'm gonna hip thrust, I'm gonna build that booty, I'm gonna get 8 reps in, and then I'm gonna stop. And I'm gonna take 10 to 15 seconds off. Once that 10 to 15 seconds is done, I go and I do 6, rest 10 to 15 seconds, and then I do 4. That whole sequence is 1. And after that, you should be taking like 90 seconds to 2 minutes to recover, get off the machine or get out of the barbell, walk around a little bit, go back, add weight if you need to. But those rest pause sets, I think, are a super fun way to just push the volume and push the intensity. Whereas 8 to 10 reps is just kind of boring. So it's just a fun way. After that, we've got some double lunges. So I'm going to link another video with this video wherever I end up posting this. There's going to be a video tutorial on how to do double lunges. It's a new variation that I've thrown in there. It can be interpreted a few different ways. So I just want to give you guys a video demonstrating what those actually look like. So, but those are going to be really tough. That's why they're not superset with anything. And then afterwards, just a little bit more accessory work. So cool. Should be a good leg day. Day 2, upper body. We got incline barbell bench press, same ladder sets, increasing in intensity, so you should be adding weight across the rep scheme. We've got rest pause on our close grip lat pull downs with some weighted planks. If you guys can do a plank by yourself, body weight, you should be adding weight to your back. We want to put this on like our mid to low back. We want to make sure we keep a hollow position, so we want to make sure our back doesn't arch and our hips start to sag, even if it's 5 pounds. If you're doing 5 pounds for 45 seconds, I'd rather you do that than like body weight for a minute. So throw a little weight on that back, burn that core out. Got plate loaded rows. So those of you who have a plate loaded row machine, please use it. Those of you who do not, we can use like a chest supported row, maybe an incline bench. We pop it up and then we just lay down on it, and we still do 8 on the right, 8 on the left, and 8 on both. That would be ideal. And then some arms. And then we've got a little finisher at the end, the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So you'll do 10 TRX rows, 10 parallel push-ups, 9 and 9, 8 and 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5. The beauty behind this little burnout is that with a TRX row, you can actually make it easier. So if your arms are just giving out, you just scoot your feet out a little bit more, make the rows more accessible, still get through the reps. Same thing with push-ups. If parallel push-ups are too hard for you, then you can start to incline what you're pressing on. So like the back of a couch or like the bench, a box, something like that, just to make the push-ups easier. You can drop to your knees, but try to start out how it's written, and then as you start to fatigue, you can always scale it down if you need to. So pretty simple there. Let's talk about day 3. We've got deficit deadlifts. So fun little variation on the deadlifts through this cycle here. Same ladder sets. You're going to be performing regular deadlifts afterwards with the same weight you did 5s with, but it's just going to be one max set. So on those max sets, you're just pushing to failure. So like really push it to failure. Don't be like, oh, I did 5. Like it should be an easier variation than what we start out with. So regular deadlifts are easier than deficit deadlifts. So you should be doing more than 5 reps. Same thing with the box squats. The back squat, you should be doing more than 5 reps. We should think probably 5 to 10 or 5 to 15, just depending on how comfortable you guys are pushing that intensity in the beginning. Then we've got some fun stuff afterwards. We're doing a heavy unilateral movement with a high volume body weight bilateral movement. So we've got 10 on each side with Bulgarian split squats, supersetted with 30 body weight air squats. The idea here is you're doing super heavy with the dumbbells on single legs, and then you're pushing volume with the body weight movement. So just a fun variation. Make sure you don't start shorting your reps or your range of motion. Make sure your reps are all clean. And then same thing with the single leg RDLs. We're gonna hand support, so it's not working on stability with this. I put in a hand supported single leg RDL. That way you can grab onto like a squat rack or a bench or something. That way you're stable. You can focus on getting stronger on that one leg. And then afterwards, you're just gonna go body weight hip thrust just to push some extra blood and extra volume into the hamstrings and the glutes. So that's it for the strength on that day. We are going to then repeat the bike intervals that we did last Monday. This time, we should have a calorie goal in mind of what you hit on the bike last time. You're going to try to beat that this time around. So if you got 100 calories last time, you're shooting for 110. It's still going to be that 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Well, off. Just to push some of that cardio at the end. So let's look at day 4. We've got chin-ups. This time, after our ladder set of chin-ups, we will then be going at a lighter set for 15 to 20 reps. So the goal is to stay within that rep range. If you have to use a heavy band, or you have to really put that assisted machine to work, or if you even have to do lat pull downs, just do a 1 set super light, 15 to 20 reps, just to burn out the arms and the back a little bit more. Just a little extra volume in there. Everything else today is pretty straightforward. On day 4, incline bench, rows, arms. The front raise, side raise, the 1 and 1, you're gonna do 1 front raise with both arms, come back down to the body, 1 side raise with both arms, back to the body, that's 1. So front raise, side raise, 2. Front raise, side raise, 3. You're gonna do that with some TRX rear delt flies. So again, this is not a great way to demonstrate exercises from my couch, but guys watch the videos, you'll get the idea. If you don't have TRX, use a band, use dumbbells, something like that. And then our conditioning day, I know only a handful of you guys choose to do the conditioning day, but if you do, it's a 5 rounds, 20-minute EMOM. So minute 1, start the clock, 15 calories for the guys, 12 calories for the row. If you get done in 45 seconds, you take the next 15 seconds to rest. And then you start at the next minute, wall balls. I'm gonna do 18 wall balls in that entire second minute. If you get done at 45 seconds, you get time to rest. If you get done in 30 seconds, you get 30 seconds to rest. And then third minute, you'll start top of the minute, 16 alternating dumbbell snatch. That's 16 total, so 8 on each side. And then on that 4th minute, you'll choose to rest. So it's 5 rounds, 4 stations. Think of it that way, 20 minutes altogether. Essentially, it's only 19 because that last minute is a rest. So fun there. If you guys end up trying that out and you feel like your reps are getting like they're overflowing into the next minute, just scale them down, and maybe instead of 18 you do 15, or instead of 16 dumbbell snatch you do 12 dumbbell snatch. So it's just going to be one of those things where you're going to have to kind of see how it goes and then either adjust the weight or the rep scheme. So that's pretty much it. I want to bring you guys these videos weekly. I tried to go through that really fast and it was still 10 minutes, but I think as I start doing them more, I won't have to talk about as much. So if you guys stuck with me through this whole thing and you followed along, I appreciate you. This is something new I'm trying out, just coming from my couch. I'm sitting here watching the CrossFit Games and programming. So, but I want to give you guys more in-depth detail on the programming. Maybe I'll get fancy and throw the workouts up on the screen or something when I learn how to do that. But that's it. Catch you later.